Hey guys, KaijuKaiser here with deck profile for Jackknife Dragons for the game Future Card Buddy Fight. So without further ado, let's start the deck profile. Our flag is obviously Dragon World because it is a dragon deck, and our buddy will be Jackknife Dragon. You do not have to use Jackknife Dragon as your buddy. You can use any one of the creatures in here that you run a total copy of 4 of. I just personally like to stay within the theme of Jackknives, and I run Jackknife Dragon. So because of that, I am running the 4 Jackknife Dragons. It is size 2 monster with the ability to pay 1 gauge to summon it, and the ability to pay 2 gauge, search your deck for a Jackknife, and superior ride it onto this, and that Jackknife inside of it becomes soul. And then we play 2 copies of Jackknife Thunderstorm and Jackknife Dispersal. I do not play Jackknife Aggressor because I do not own a copy. If I were to play Jackknife Aggressor at 1, I would cut Jackknife Dispersal. If I were to play at 2, I would cut a Thunderstorm into Dispersal. Dispersal penetrates, and Thunderstorm, you pay 2 life, and you destroy a creature. Both these effects can either be activated on the left or right, but not the center. However, the Soul Guard ability is present at all times. So if you want to grind it out, call a Jackknife, ride a Jackknife, and then ride another Jackknife, and just leave it in the center. So your opponent has to waste like a bunch of cards just to get past your Jackknife. Then by all means do that, which is why I do like Thunderstorm more, because it does have the 6,000 defense versus the Dispersal's 5,000. For the last of the size 2, we play 3 Thunder Knight's Halberd Dragon. Halberd Dragon basically serves up as your backup buddy. If you do not have a Jackknife, you call your Halberds and you let it just go to work. I don't own 3 copies of Halberd at the moment, so I am playing 2 Damascus Armor Dragons in its place. It has the same stats as Halberd, except it does not cost anything to summon, as well as it does not have the move ability. So, for whatever reason, if you cannot afford Halberds or you can't find them, you can play Damascus in its place, or another size 2. Another 3 size 2s of your choice. I recommend Drum Bunker Dragons. Drum Bunker Dragons can do the same job. They're just as good, but it's really personal preference at that point for your 3 size 2. Next up, we play 8 copies of Double Sword Dragon. Yes, I said 8 copies. So we got the 4 Double Sword and the 4 Zantetsu Dragon. Zantetsu Dragon is has the same stats as Double Sword, and it comes in the trial deck. So Double Sword comes in Burning Valor. There are both 5/4 vanillas with 1 crit. They are like 1,000 rapiers, except they don't die as easily. I mean, it's really easy to attack over them still, but say they're coming at you with something smaller, they're probably going to have to link attack, or if they... it's harder to kill. It's has the same big 5k, which is what I'm looking for. And the 1 crit versus the 2 crit does not matter to me with the size 1s, because the Jackknives are the muscle. 2 Bear Trap Fang Dragon clones in the form of Gravehorn, mainly because I want to play 12 size 2s, and Gravehorn just seemed like a good option. And then Slash Knife Dragon, reason I'm playing this is because a lot of cards are coming out with the ability that have move, you won't be able to get over them that turn, or they have abilities that prevent them from being destroyed, either through Soul Guard or with the Cyber Ninjas and the discarding, so he prevents destruction. So Slash Knife provides an out to that, a way around it, by paying 1 gauge to poke for 1 damage through attacking, which isn't that bad. I will be trying out the size 1 move card, but I only have 3 copies at the moment. I'll probably only run 3, but whatever. On to the item cards. We play a total of 5 items in the form of 4 Steelfish Drago Knuckles. Pay 1 life, equip it. Whenever you hit, charge 1. If you want to hit for a bigger number, not as in crit, but as in power, pay 1 gauge so you can do your link attacks and stuff. Good card. Good card. I'm probably going to cut it down to 3 in favor of the new Dragon Blade card. So I can play 2 of the new Dragon Blade and 1 Steel Fist. But at the moment, I am playing 1 Drago Brave. Why only 1 instead of 2? Because you have to discard 1 in order to equip it, and rather than the new one that you have to pay 1 life, the discarding one just is really bad in my opinion. Next up, we play a total of 4 copies of Drago Energy. Basically, defend your dragons and then counterattack to destroy their monster. Really nice. Then we play a total of 6 shields in the form of 3 green dragon shields, and then another 3 shields, blue dragon shields. I do not have room to run 4 and 4 at the moment. I will be running 4 and 4 eventually. This deck, as I said, will change drastically by tomorrow. Well, not drastically, but there will be quite a few changes be made tomorrow, because tomorrow is the release of BTO2. So I will be able to fit those shields in. Next up, we have my favorite of the Dragon Knights song cards are the 3 Green Dragon Knight Song of Ancient Lands. Out of the red, blue, and the green wins hands down. They're all set cards, but this one is, like the other set cards, cast cost of 1 gauge, and whenever you call an armor dragon, gain a life. Period. Whatever. So, not once per turn, whenever you call. So if you go Jackknife effect into another Jackknife, and then call a Jackknife from your hand on top of that, you called an armor dragon, so you gain that 1 life. Then we have 2 Dragonic Charge. It's a really gauge heavy deck, so we want to speed it up as fast as possible. Then 2 Dragon Flame. I do not like the counter cards, mainly because they're too small and they cost gauge, so I'd rather just destroy it on my turn and take my chances on theirs. And then the 1 Dragon Crush, those pesky weapons and set cards that your opponent has. This says bye-bye. Before we